then hit start recording on it. So I can upload the video separately from the what do you call it? The driver career from the from the my team. God, I'm blanking out on everything. It's time for driver career mode yet again. Silverstone now is the race. You can see we're 143 points in the lead in Formula 2. 12 rounds in Formula 2. It's time for round number 6. The brilliant Silverstone track. We got practice. It's going to be wet. We got the feature race. That's going to be wet. And we got the sprint race and qualifying in the dry. Now, we usually struggle for pace in the wet. We did in Monaco. And we did in, I want to say Spain. Oh, and of course, it's the wonderful British weather of absolutely chucking it down rain. So, it's going to be interesting to see what we can do here. Absolutely heaving rain down. Let's get the car set up right first. So the car set up. Race strategy, track acclimatization, and fuel management. Let's start with the fuel management, shall we? We just want to kind of breeze through these practice programs and just get on to the racing since practice is so wet.
In this program, we want you to focus on fuel-saving technique. Lift and coast through corner entry to save as much as you can while keeping under the minimum lap time.
Wondering what the minimum lap time is going to be is the question. Because again, we are not the quickest in the wet, which could make for an interesting feature race, given that it's in the wet. There we go. Oh, we got to stay within the racing line too. That's one of the development moves. We stay within the racing line. Ah, I slid it. I slid it. I'm not that great. This was fine. And I'm just gonna, so we'll go over here. Actually, let me go over here. Sorry. I lost my, my Switch app just crashed. God damn it. God damn it, the Twitch app just crashed on the phone, so I lost chat for a second. Hold up. Hold up. This is fun. Not the best through that corner. Now, here's a question. How's it going to say DRS all zones when DRS is disabled? It's raining. How does one even use DRS in the rain? Like, I don't get it. Game's wild. And we do have to break through cops. I know that. Are just cops, Eau Rouge. These are not turns in this game that I have been able to take flat at any efficiency. So we're well ahead on the Delta. That's good. Slid the tires a bit there, but I still think we were within the racing line, or at least 2 meters of the racing line, so I don't think so there. Let's rewind it. Let's give it another go. No, we definitely aren't there because we slid the fucking tires, so we actually got the achievement. I should have waited to see if we did, but I didn't because I'm impatient. I thought we lost it, but
Clean lap. And a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
We got 2 out of 3. But the other one we can't even do. We can't even do it. Let's look at the weather real quick, right? So for practice, it's just going to be rain, isn't it? All the way through, isn't it? It's going to be rain, isn't it? Yeah, it's just rain. There's no DRS at all this in practice. Absolutely not. Qualifying will be fine. With feature race, it's rain to start.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 55.5.
15 minutes in, it's still heavy rain. 30 minutes in, it's still heavy rain. Feature race is about an hour, so it's heavy rain all through the feature race, through the entirety of the feature race. So even after the feature race, it's heavy rain.
Heavy rain to stay a while. Doesn't look like it's moving anytime soon.
It's not. And then the sprint race is just bone dry. So follow me. Prefer racing in the dry. But
the car settings screen on your multi-function display will allow you to change various settings as you drive.
Well.
Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
It's just the complete opposite through the whole weekend. Track acclimatization and race strategy. So let's do track acclimatization. Let's get out there. Fast Sector 1 to Fast Sector 2 and the Speed Trap are our development boosts for this one. I wanted to just move that window, that's all. We're underway. How. I do not know how we purpled those gates. I honestly couldn't tell you. Looking like a good lap so far, though. Tell you what. Oh, I greened it. Oh, I just greened it. That's a shame. Ah, invalidated lap. Invalidated lap. So we gotta try. We just cut the curve too much. So we gotta restart the practice program. Or at least I'm going to restart the practice program. We are linked to no driver academy. But we lead the F2 championship. Here we go. I've screened it straight away. At least we got it out of the way early. Multiple greens here. We gotta be careful. We can hit the target score, which is 345, mind you. So. That's the fast sector 1 complete. I don't know how we greened that one. I mean, I don't know how we purpled that one, I should say. Nice. I just got to hold it through Maggots and Beckets. And now through Chapel. .380 is the score. So we hit the green. Hit the green target score. Oh, we greened that one. Gates.
Great start. You pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
We just beat the purple target score. We greened at turn 2. All these gates line up with the turn. So we greened in turn 2. But this could be better than our previous lap. Oh man. I feel like it's a slow lap. But we're P1 in the practice session so far. Nicely done through Maggots and Beckets and Chapel again. Got the speed trap one as well. There we go. There we go. Feels nice. The car actually feels pretty good.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
Oh, I missed it. I read turn 2. And I greens turn 4. Yeah, it wasn't the best turn 4. Let's be real. But that is I'll tell you what, it makes potentially hitting the target score here in question a bit. That is a track extension. So let's roll it back. Whoa, she really went when we lowered it into second. That back end really stepped. Easy through turn 8. Easy flat. Some people say cops should be flat. And in real life they do take cops flat, but I am just not good enough to be taking cops flat right now. So through Maggots, through Beckett's, through Chapel. 470 is the target score. We've got 4 corners left to make up 120 points. Oh, we greened it. I don't think that'll be enough for the target score. No, we finished at 460.
And that was a very good job indeed.
On that last one. So 515
out of that.
was our best. And that's going to return us to the garage. So that leaves race strategy left. We ran 2 sets of wets, so I want to save a fresh set. Oh, there is a fresh set that do we have to save a fresh set for the race? Okay. So let's go back out on the most worn tires. Try to just preserve another pair. I forgot that that third pair is preserved for the race, so which we're gonna need it in the feature race anyway.
Give us some consistent laps, please. We're looking
Our
for
clean
good
lap,
data
competitive
that we can work
cornering
into the race
speeds, and
strategy.
clean sector here. I don't know what sector it is. But 5 laps to get everything done. And we've got 21 and a half minutes remaining in the practice session. So we have enough time to run this. Target lap time is a 1:58. I'm having a big old lag spike. Big old lag spike. It's just, the internet's just not great with us right now. There's clean sector 1. And there's an invalid freaking lap. Yeah, apologies for the lag. We're just going to have to make do right now. Our ISP just seems to be having all sorts of issues tonight. I can go up and reset the router again, but I don't want to have to. If it's not necessary. Might be. Yeah, it might be necessary. Oh my goodness me. Alright. I'm going to go reset the router. We're going to be right back. Okay. Oh, well, lovely. we we re we rebooted the router, and there's still issues. So, oh my word. Ethernet, thank you. Hmm. Are we back? I think we're back. Okay, we're back now. Okay. We rebooted the router. Hopefully everything's fine. Hopefully everything's fine. But yes, welcome back. Sorry. So, let's get back into it, shall we? We've got, oh man, no, there it goes again. Okay, so, let me drop this to, let me keep it at 26. We'll see how it goes at 26. Anyway, yes, we're back. At the moment I go back into the game, it starts to lose yeah, it starts to go down into the red. Interesting. I'm gonna have to really drop the quality again. So down to 2500 we go. I hope that does the trick. But it's not. It's already picking up more lag. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the internet right now it's not great, but we're hoping to power through it. And we're just gonna have to make do. So let's hope it holds up. Oh, through Beckett's, through Chapel again. Through the lag spike again. It's really, really, really bad. Wow. But still. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, I didn't exceed the track limits. Woo! There we go. That's lap 1 in the books.
Great lap.
We're 3.4 seconds.
Keep it up.
Ahead of the Delta. The question is, our championship rival Tsunoda, who did not have a good race in Azerbaijan, mind you. He did not have a good weekend there. What is his lap time and what is ours? That's the question I have.
Our best lap so far is a 1:54.9.
So our best lap is a 54.9. Yeah, that corner is going to catch us out all weekend, isn't it? It's just so, it juts out so much. I don't know, that corner is just going to catch us out. It has in this practice session multiple times already. So 1:54.9.
Tsunoda is behind you. Their best lap time is a 1:55.7.
So they are not that much slower than us through or in the wet. Oh my God, come on guys. Chapel. Nicely done. All right. Looking quicker than the Delta for lap 2. This is the corner we're going to, I think, gain a lot of time on. This thing, we can really hang it in there in 4th gear, and even in the wet. And I don't think a lot of cars are going to be ready for that.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
58.7 now is the target time to beat. Shouldn't be an issue. Really gonna have a hell of a lot of time after this race program is left, or this practice program is done. We're gonna have like maybe close to, by the time we get back in the pits, honestly, we'll have like 9 minutes left. That's about it. Maggots and Beckett's again. And now into Chapel. And around we go. Drogovic, interesting. He is in P3, PK P4, Schwartzman P5. We go 180.3 through the speed trap. That's good enough for 5th. Split the tires a bit, but whatever. It's not a big deal. That is lap 3 done. So the practice program is got 50 out of the 50 points, so we got optimal pace, but we got 2 more laps we can run still. They want a 158.6 now. Which I think is doable. I think that's doable. We're done doing 54, what, 54 7s, 54 8s?
Our best lap so far is a 154.9. Tsunoda behind. Their best lap time is a 1 minute 55.7.
Than Tsunoda right now.
Okay, that last lap was a 1:55.9.
55.9, so we are, that last lap was slower than Tsunoda's best lap. This lap's going to be slower too, I just ran it wide. See if we can build up the speed here. No. I'd like to get one more time down on the speed trap, really. Improve that 180.3. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
158.5 is now the new target. That's doable as well. Not really too worried about it. My question is, are we going to have the consistency to beat Tsunoda in the wet? Because that is what we're looking at now going into the feature race. Because we know we can put in the faster lap. We know qualifying will be in the dry. I would bet good money where pace is going to be fine in the dry. But can we find the pace advantage consistently enough to keep Tsunoda behind us in the feature race? Schwartzman's up to fourth or third. Eilert's up to fourth. Drogovic down to fifth. I don't know if we're going to have the speed here. Yep, we got it up to a 180.5. That's good enough for fifth. Nicely done to get that through the speed trap at a quicker rate. Like a 151.2.
Program
155.
Job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
So that is the race program done. All 5 laps. We got 9.5 minutes left. Let's go out for the track acclimatization again. Oh, I fucked up and didn't put the right tires on. I put the fresher pair on. That is not what I meant to do. So now I'm going to have 2 sets of worn wets and 1 set of fresh wets. And I'm going to have to make, there's a mandatory pit stop in the F2 feature race. I'm going to have to at some point put those worn sets of wets on. Nice. Wouldn't be so bad if we perfect the lap. Because then we don't have to run the other 2 on them. Oh, I got lucky there, I think. I got a little lucky. It's alright, through we go. Here's cops. Oh, I greened it. Another lap required.
Five minutes to go.
Yep, 5 minutes left in the session. Just enough time to complete, really, this practice program. Ooh, the car slid, and we completely missed that gate. And that gate. Oh man, I'm able to green that one. That's not good.
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
Like that. It's kind of all over the place going into that corner. Oh man. Somehow kept that together as well. I don't know how. was the one we got lucky with. This time we nail it. The one we greened last time was Cops coming up here. There's Cops now, turn 9. Purple this time. Now for Maggots and Beckets. Not bad. And Chapel, good. All right, 4 corners to go. .47 through the speed trap, not bad. All things considered. This time we don't let the car slide, and we purple the gate. And that is a perfect lap.
Test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
So that is going to really be the end of our practice session. We nailed it. We nailed a perfect lap on the track acclimatization. We can't get this development boost because DRS is not active. So, and just like that, time's out up anyway. So, a pretty good practice session, all things considered. We need to find a little consistency, but when we did, we were putting in like 55 ones, 55
As all
twos,
cars are now over the line, your top 3 again are
55-7 for
Duchess,
Sonoda.
and Mick Schumacher. Thank you for joining us for free practice today. We'll be back with more Formula 2 action very shortly.
Our teammate is in 17th, so now it's time for qualifying. Qualifying. Time to go. On a dry track. So odd. So odd. We returned the heart. We didn't even use it, so okay. We're gonna qualify on the medium Parc Ferme. Yes, we know. Flying lap time. Here we go. For qualifying at Silverstone. Let me check something real quick. I'm sorry. Let me pull up real quick. By the way, if you can, Ramdino, Ramdino, I'm sorry, Ramdino, is having a birthday subathon. So happy birthday to Ramdino. Give her some love, if you can. We wanted to check. Hello? My app just crashed. Lovely. Man, Twitch app is like fucking on one right now. Bruh. Okay. I wanted to see something with oh, you know what? Let me actually go to the thing. Okay. That's fine. Let me go back here. Go back here. Go back here. Go here. Go here. Minimize that again. Oof. Even the data that the phone is on is struggling today. Ooh, man, that's bad. That's how bad it is. Like, it is bad. I'm gonna have to actually, because the Twitch app crashed, so now I'm trying to get back into it. And I'm trying to get back into it in a way where I can actually read the freaking chat. But the chat won't load now because the LTE is so poor. There we go. Here we go with the qualifying lap. Not like real understeery now because it's the dry, so I'm kind of all over. I'm literally all over the shop again. So that's the problem I have right now. Turns like really well in second gear, I'll say that. She is so pinned to the track in second gear. But she's not in third. Like it's like night and day. Second and third are like night and day. It's a 1:44 for Sean Galeo. That's the opening lap right now. Not really too worried about Sean Galeo's time. He's generally been the slowest driver all season. Marina Sato, 1:44.4. Mick Schumacher, 1:43.9. There's some pace finally coming in here. Although I think Mick could probably really improve on that time. Through Chapel, we look good. We're probably going to hit this speed trap pretty high. Yeah, it's about a 187. That is just a terrible take of the corner. Now the speed trap again, 186 this time. Boom, 141. I think that'll be good enough, actually. That is probably going to be a good enough time to get us on pole. Let's take a look at the time, and let's skip ahead. Tsunoda coming in with a 44.4. We're probably going to put 1 to 2 more laps in, though. Schumacher still in the 1:43.9. Tsunoda's only really going to have time for 1 more lap. So Schumacher, Matsushita, they all have time for another as well. If they want to put 3 in. Yeah, I expect to see Ilott and Tsunoda. Yeah, there they go. They're all out. Schumacher's not, though. Oh, and I think Matsushita pipped him to pole. I think that's what we saw there. Has Matsushita actually done that is the question. Or he picked him to second. I mean, not pole. We got pole. We're on pole.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow.
You
Your
did.
top 3 are Duchess, Matsushita and Mick Schumacher. Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
So not only did Schumacher get pipped to second place, Matsushita, man, he's having a heck of a season. He's really come on. He was nowhere in the opening 2-3 weekends. He had like 2 points, maybe 3 points, and now all of a sudden he's got 45 points. He's got a front row start for MP Motorsport. In the feature race, he is absolutely having a banger. Yuki Tsunoda, meanwhile, championship runner, he's down here in P8 behind his teammate, Deruvlaha. And, of course, we put 4 more points between us and Carlin with the pole position. So 84 points separates us and Carlin now in the constructors. So not great if you are a Carlin fan. We are coming up on an ad break, so we are going to take a quick. We're going to take it now. I'm going to use the restroom. Then we're going to be back for the feature race here in Silverstone in the wet. Don't want to miss it. I'm going to be right back. All right. Welcome back. It is time once again. Oh, hello. I gotta ban a bot. Give me a second. /ban. Oh my god. Fucking autocorrect on the phone. There we go. Bot banned. Nicely done. And okay, we are going to be on to the feature race now. Let's go. God.
It's Sunday, and that means it's race time here in Silverstone. As the cars are being prepared, let's join them trackside for the start of the race.
It's one feature I think they should do, and next year's game is make sure they
So
do the sprint
Silverstone's
race
3.6
first.
miles of tarmac and 18 corners
Yeah, do
are
a
no
feature
stranger
race.
to rain. Even in these conditions, without the DRS that would normally be available, the Wellington and Hanger Straight still represent some of the best opportunities for overtaking.
Yep.
I'm joined by a man who's had many a wet race, Davide Valsec.
Davide
Just
Valsec, your
how
favorite.
challenging will these conditions be out there on track?
Delighted to be here, Alex. Even in this weather, nothing will be easy
He
for
says
them.
it every time
we
it
may have
rains.
standing water, which means visibility will be a worry. They just need to stay clear of the white lines and curbs. That can cause you a real problem when it's so slippery.
We're almost ready
Here's
to
the
go
grid.
then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Duchess lines up on pole position, and Nobuharu Matsushita completes the front row. Looking down
He's
the
having a
rest of the
great
grid, we
season.
have
Matsushita.
Schumacher, Eilot, Daniel Ticktum and Schwartzman, Deruvala, Sonoda, Giotto, Marino Sato, Armstrong, Aitken, Christian Lundgaard, and Joe, Dragovic, Piquet, Markelot, and Louis Delatraz, Galeo, Mazepin, Samaya,
Mazepin's
and Roy
20th time.
Nissany completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, this is the team's home race. We're all relying on you to impress today.
Yeah, except it's fucking raining like a mother here. Okay. Rain, rain, and more rain. Look at the forecast. Rain. It's raining sideways. That's how bad it is. Ah. Wow. There really is no need to revert any strategy. It just is what it is. Do we need to do the pit stop in the wet? I don't know if it's required. I might have to look that up, actually. I'm not sure. I actually don't think... The game is telling me we can get away with one pit stop, and they would know the rules. Is a pit stop... Oh my god, I cannot type. Is a pit stop mandatory in F2 in... Oh my god. In the rain? Alright, well I'm gonna have to kick this back on Wi-Fi real quick. Hope it doesn't lag the PC, because fucking... The data is not even... No, that's not what I wanted to know. Weekend format, starting grids, points, tire allocation. Feature race and obstacles on Sunday. We'll have a compulsory pit stop, which all 4 tires must be changed. Unless the driver has used wet weather tires during the feature race, they must use at least one set of specification of dry wet tires. Okay. So you don't really need to stop. I don't think you do. Okay. I haven't lagged the PC yet. Okay. Good. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, my lord. I'm all over the shop. No, I want you to do... Interesting. I wonder why it would do that. Go to Twitter. Give me 1 second, gang. I'm sorry, gang. Give me 1 second. We are, yeah, we're all over the shop here. Is my app crashing? What the fuck? I think, oh yeah, whoops. We're good. Okay. Let me move back over here to the Twitch, and we're good to go. So, I don't think we need to make the pit stop. So we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with no stop, and we're gonna try and.
Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than
We
that
are
on
gonna
the start,
run a
but we
little
need to warm
over, by the
tyres
way.
properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Because the timer says we got about an hour left. And really, if I was just running the feature race, that would be true. But we're going to do the sprint race as well, which is going to tack another probably hour onto the stream, all things considered.
These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall.
Yeah, they're not going to. It's going to be rain all the way through there, Jeff. You gave me the fucking forecast, mate, like you should. These tires do work in the cold, though, that's for sure. Much cooler than the temps the dries run at, which are about 90. Dries run about 90 Celsius. Wets will run about 50 to 60 here. This is the formation lap. And we are ready for the race. Us. We're going to take a pole. We're going to wait for the rest of the field. Take their slow ass time. Feature race incoming. I totally forgot how many laps it was.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Here they come. Here comes the rest of the field now. There's Matsushita. Schumacher. Eilot is third. Ticktum fifth. Or, I'm sorry, Eilot is fourth. Ticktum fifth. Schwartzman is in sixth. And then it is Daruvlaha in seventh. Sonoda is in eighth. So rest of the grid forming up. Back markers just filing in now. We are about ready to get underway here with the feature race in Formula 2. And we are away. We are away well. We are away very well. $29 laps around Silverstone in the wet. Remember in practice, which was wet, Sonoda was the second quickest car. In the dry, it was Matsushita. So, we are just absolutely blitzing Matsushita. Purple through sector 1. And feeling good. Liking our pace so far over Matsushita in second place, I will say. And yeah, looks like it could be a very good race for us. You know, we struggled, especially in Monaco, right? So in the wet weather in Monaco, we really struggled. We didn't take the sprint race, when you remember, until the very last lap of the race. Because of the wet weather. So that one actually finished due to time, which I have a feeling this one probably won't be, because we're putting in 55s, minute 55s in the wet. This is 29 laps, so you figure even if it's 2 minutes a lap, you get about 2 minutes to spare, especially if we don't need a pit stop. If we don't need a pit stop, you're looking at just a straight race for 55, 56 minutes, 58 minutes, I should say. But yeah, we're on track to not hit the limit. Usually in those wet races, that's, especially if you get a safety car or two, that's when you run the risk. So we'll see if that's the case here. See if we get anything close to, you know, like a safety car or two. But this pace is really good. This car feels really good. And I think you can see how well it just handles around some of these corners. And even in the wet, this is a dry setup in the wet. And the car just has so much downforce that it's really sticking into a lot of these turns. It's just fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic to feel, at least through the racing wheel, right? Sometimes under heavy braking like there, not so much, because you can feel the understeer when the rear tires just slide. But that's a 158.0.
Fastest lap of the race.
So honestly, it might be a scenario where if we do get a safety car, yeah, we might see this go to time instead of laps. We've only seen it once so far in this game. That was in the Monaco race, of course. F2 races get an allotment of 60 minutes. 60 minutes for the feature race, 45 minutes for the sprint race, I believe. I believe the sprint race around here is 21 laps. That is coming up after the conclusion of this one. Oh yeah, feels very good, this car. It just sticks in, like, I don't have to brake that hard, and it just glides through Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel, like, really, really well. That's what I like about it the most, is that I can downshift from 6 going into Maggots and just to 4th, and the car just instantly responds. So it also handles, I believe that's club and left field very well. So there. I mean, that. Now here is what I'm talking about. You might have heard the skids of the tires there, but there's still a very stark difference between second gear and third gear with this car. It's very, very, very responsive in second. But third, it just understeers a lot. Still purple in sector 1, although I have doubts about sector 2 after that slide. But we still have the fastest lap of the race, so. Which is worth points, of course. Fastest lap is always worth points now. It's only worth points if you finish in the points. But
Okay, that last lap was a 1 minute 58.2.
158.2 for the last lap.
Matsushita is behind you. The gap behind us is 9.3 seconds. They're on fresh wets. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a
2 seconds. 2 seconds quicker last lap than Matsushita. Nobuharu going for, I believe, his second podium this season.
The teammate behind is 19.9 seconds.
Our teammate scored the first points of the F2 season for him back in Azerbaijan last race. Artem Markelov scored in both the feature and the sprint race. Finally get his campaign started after 5 rounds. And that's the big difference why we are so far ahead of Carlin, who had a race weekend to forget at Azerbaijan. And judging by things right now, they're not having one to remember either here. Eilat's up to 3rd. Schumacher is 4th. Schwartzman 5th. We get a stupid penalty or warning
Heavy
for track
rain will be
limits.
staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain.
Still 20 minutes of heavy. Yeah, it's going to be heavy rain all through the race, mate. Ain't no reason to worry. We just got to make sure our tires can go to the end. And that was our plan. I'm also a little concerned over fuel. We are going to need to watch our fuel intake, that's all. Probably going to run a few laps with that data open, that's all. Right now we only have 0.61 additional laps of fuel. That's a fastest lap of 157.8.
Lap of the race so far.
We did a 155.2. Or no, we did a 154.9, I believe, in the wet in practice. Right now looking good. Yeah, a little concerned about the fuel down there in the bottom right. That's all. Very, you know, ooh, missed the braking zone almost. I mean, it's a fast track. We put a lot of power down. That's the only concern. Although, if we are letting the car coast through Maggots and Beckett's like we have been, that's going to help our fuel situation, that's for sure. The last thing I want to do is run out. I've only come close to doing that once. That was in my offline career mode at Paul Ricard. I didn't fill the car up all the way like I usually do. And I got to a point where I had 3 laps left. I was burning through additional lap of fuel per lap. And I only had about 1.1 additional laps of fuel left in the car. So I was coasting through those last 3 laps, let's say.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
157.6. We're just finding pace over and over again as we continue to run. Which is perfect. Even with red sectors, we're finding fastest laps.
You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
Matsushita's almost 14 back. That is way wide. That is a stupid penalty. Stupid warning to take. Yeah, the tires really want to lock up there and kind of slide a little bit this one. I still can't take this flat despite everybody who's even a decent racer in the world taking it flat. I'm just glad to be having a cleaner race than that Azerbaijan race, I'll be honest with you. That race was ugly. But we got 2 points out of it. Which is huge for our first season in my team, really. With a non-competitive car overtaking an Aston Martin in the last lap, who are way ahead of us in the performance index point. And finishing the points. Warning, but we'll leave it be. Another one we get a 3-second time penalty. Nice. 7 in the books. About a quarter of the way there. And 16 seconds on Matsushita. So we found some pace in the wet finally, and that is at Silverstone. I had a crazy race in the league. That's what you do, online league in Spa. It started out with rain, and then about 6 laps in it dried. By lap 9 we were on slicks. Lap 20 it rained. We were on inters. By lap 20. Then lap 31 it dried. It started to dry. Or no, I'm sorry. Lap 20 it rained. We were on inters. Then we went over to full wets at like lap 27. Then we went back to inters at lap 33. And then the track started to dry. It stopped raining at lap 41. And then by lap 44, like, you could switch on the dries on lap like 30, 43, 44. So I actually, most people came in on lap 43 for dries, and I stayed out. And just ran the inters one more lap.
Great work.
Let me
That's
tell you, by the time I got around
the race.
Spa, so by the time I got around the launch, we weren't taking that flat out, you know? Unless you want the Lando Norris. But
teammate by 31.4 seconds.
Didn't matter. He just held on to that race. We got P4, which won us the league title. So there are 5 races left, but they are for everyone else to battle out for the positions. Next race is Monday. It is Austin, Circuit of the Americas again. Round 22 of 26. So looking forward to it, that's for sure. Maybe not Circuit of the Americas. I don't mind that track, but I was so unlucky. I was actually...
Caution, caution.
I was caution.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Oh man, he's right in the middle of the track. That's got to be a safety car. There's no way that's not a safety car. How have the FIA not deployed Bernd Smilander and the safety car yet? That engine is gone. There's no way. That engine's gone. Somebody's blown an engine. I mean, the pits are right there, so hopefully you can just dive it in. Really, but I don't think he's going to have the power in that engine to get it to the pits. Has he retired? Did I miss this? Did I miss it? I didn't. Then what? How? Who? Certainly we're going to get a message that somebody's retired. Safety car,
Okay,
there it is.
slow
Safety
down,
car.
slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
We've got a full safety car. Somebody's out. Somebody's gone. Who was it? Nobody. Somebody's going. I know that. It was on this straight here, by the way. That's where they were pulled up. That's him ahead of us. Limping back. It's Felipe Drogovic. Drogovic is trying to get back to the pits, but he can't. He's in the pit lane now. And that's why the safety car has been deployed. And I don't blame them for deploying the safety car. Because he wasn't in a good position going down the straight, obviously. When we passed him. And he's not in a good position now. So it's also mean the pit lane will be closed, probably. It's right there at the pit lane. That's Yoshita's pit.
Artem is coming in for his stop.
Artem's pitting, so pit lane's not closed yet.
We're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
But it's a full safety car. And this means that we are probably going to hit the time limiter. That 24-second lead that we built back to Matsushita and Ilot is gone. So our lead is going to be evaporated. We're going to have to do it all over again. We're waiting for the rest of the field to catch up. That includes Matsushita and Ilot. I'm sorry, Matsushita and Markelov. Who are the only two that we know is definitely pitted. It looks like Schumacher might have pitted as well, because he's no longer in the top 5. Ticktum and Daruvla moved up positions because of that. Daruvla is up 2 positions now.
The radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now.
So Sonoda, our championship rival, is at least P6. We don't really know. That would have been a nightmare. I mean, we're going to at least obviously do this lap on the safety car. I don't know if we'll need another. Depends on how quickly the field comes together. It's Kolomilot that is behind us now. Schwartzman is in 3rd, Ticktum 4th, Daruvla 5th. So more points to put between us and Carlin right now in the championship, the team championship. I don't think our teammate is running in the points.
Copy that. They're on fresh wets. They're in 13th.
They're in 13th, so they're outside of the points that we get. The other thing this does for us, by the way, is it helps the fuel situation. We'll have enough to get to the end now, for sure. You see we've gone from 0.6, borderline 0.59, to plus 0.11, and it will be more as we continue to go around Silverstone behind the safety car. Our tires are looking okay for being the only set we're running, really. But I don't think the queue in the mini map on the bottom left, I don't think that's the entire grid, say, the entire field. So I think we're getting another lap under the safety car because of that. Waiting for the rest of the field to finish catching up, the ones that pitted mainly. Should be the final lap under the safety car, all things considered. You can see more dots on the mini map on the bottom left joining the queue. Whoa, look at that on the left. There's a lot of cars that still have to come around, so might get another 2 laps. Might get another lap after this on the safety car. Let's see. Might not. They might catch us by like the end of sector 2, and then the lights can turn off on the safety car. That's what we're watching. Here yet, we're going into cops, so that's my concern. yeah, the rest of that field I don't think will be caught up to us here at the exit of Chapel. So I think we're going to get another lap. The safety car still has its lights on after we go across the line to end sector 2. So for all intents and purposes, we are getting one more lap under the safety car. Fuel looking great. Tires looking good. We are going to be going green next time by. Oh, I thought I was going to ram the safety car there at the end. It screwed the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. Lap here. Resuming racing on lap 15. With 15 laps to go. That's where we're going to be at. Did Drogovic actually retire, by the way? He didn't retire. He pitted. Did he have a puncture? Is that what happened? Drogovic must have had a puncture.
Approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
I bet you that's what happened. I bet you had a tire puncture. Because he didn't replace his rear wing. He's not out of the session. So that's the only other explanation. If the engine didn't blow, the wing didn't need to get swapped, he probably had a tire puncture. Temps, you can see front left, I'm sorry, front right, 51. Getting pretty cool.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You will be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety car has reached the pit lane.
Pit lane. Safety car is in the pit lane now. We're going to be going back to green flag racing very shortly. And we're on it. Foot down. And away we go. We're back to green flag racing. Everybody get away well. I got away well. I thought might have wanted to sniff, but after that first corner, he's not getting one. That's for sure. A little bit of a sloppy exit to, I think that's Village. Oh, there's a car around. Colin Milot is out of the session. Are we going to get another safety car? What has happened to Colin Milot? Our second place runner is out. What's happened? What happened to Ilot? Oh, he's blown the engine. He blew the engine on the restart. So, second place, gone. That promotes Schwartzman to second. Tictum is third. Rublaha fourth. Lucas Giotto is now up to the top 5. From starting P8, I believe it was.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.5 seconds.
No safety car for the disabled vehicle of Kolomila. We're going to remain green. Ticktum pitting. Schwartzman pitting. Lundgaard now. Derula has come into pit. Chateau's pitting. They're all pitting. Why would they pit now and not under the safety car? It's a golden opportunity. Those that pitted under a safety car have benefited hugely from the leaders who have just come into pit. So Christian Lundgaard, who's had a bit of a rough season. Jack Aitken, who hasn't been anywhere near the top 5 so far this season. They are both running 2 and 3. Louis Delatraz is running P5. And Matsushita, who was a front row starter, but took an early pit stop under the safety car, is now back into P4. Got a 7.6 second gap now. Back to Lundgaard. And the leaders pitted. Here we go. 13 to go this time by. Curious as to if we absolutely need to pit. So the safety car, we could run these tires out. Matt Aitken and Lundgaard have come into the pits. That gives Matsushita P2 back. Louis Delatraz will promote up to P3. Who's going to join? Our teammate is P4. Markelov has moved up to P4. And it's Guan Yu Zhou, who started, what, P16, I think was qualified, is up to P5 now. I'm going to get a teammate status because I want to know if he's got more than one, if he's got a stop left. And because if he's made this a 2-stop, mate, you're an idiot.
Gap to teammate behind is 17.9 seconds. They're on fresh wets. They're in 4th. The time last lap was a 1:59.4.
Jeff didn't say anything about pit stops, so. If Markelov can run down Delatraz, he could get his first podium of the season. We denied him his first podium of the season. We denied our teammate his first podium of the season in Azerbaijan by having to make the pass on him to have a go at the race win, which we eventually did get. So we did make the use of denying him the podium, but Markelov scored his first points there. Now he's looking for his first podium in Formula 2. And he is 2 seconds off the pace of Louis Delatraz right now. It was a man between him and that podium. Tires slid a little there, but we're okay for the most part. Matsushita now 11.7 back. We are purple through sector 1 here. All right. Through the famous section of the track now, Cops. That is way wide. We didn't get a penalty for it. Got away with it there. And now Maggots and Beckett's. And this is Chapel. Looks good. And that pushes Matsushita 12 back. Joe is 21 back. Looking pretty good right now. Remember, the sprint race is in the dry, and that's coming up after this feature race. So, woo, a little loose there. Had to snap the car back to the right. I can't remember what these are, but I think one's village, one's arena. I think this is arena here.
Pulling out a second lap on the car behind.
I think this is actually arena. No, I think the first sharp left-hander is arena. I think it's like village, arena, and then church. Oh no, man. My knowledge of Silverstone corner names is not great. I know Klops, I know Maggots, I know Beckett's, I know Chapel. This is the, I believe this is the Hangar Straight, now called the Hamilton Straight after Lewis Hamilton. And the straight right after turn 4 is the Wellington Straight, I know that. Or no, that's the Hangar Straight. This is the, I think this is the Hamilton Straight. Again, my knowledge of them needs a little brush up, I'll admit. There it is. 10 to go. Fastest lap, Joe. 156
lap
now.
of the race so far.
That is quick. That's almost where our qualifying time it was. Or at least it was almost where Sonoda's qualifying time was. Or practice time, I mean. I'm sorry. It was almost where Sonoda's practice time was. That was a 55.7. So that was a 56.7. So that was a second off of Sonoda's practice time. But remember, he was probably running with a lot lighter fuel than this. Running with a much heavier fuel load, so. Should be on tomorrow. I actually don't know if AOR is commentating. Like, I have no idea what's going on with AOR. I have to kind of figure out. I know the EU League got postponed until this patch comes out this week. That should help with the desync issues. And I know, I think the Americas League is still racing. So I think I'll be back on the mic after 3 weeks not. We had a break week and then I was away because of 2 union games. Well, I should be back on the mic for the Americas race in Apex Online Racing's Formula 1 League. that I believe is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. So looking forward to that. There's the 155s now.
Keep this up.
That is a blinding lap, considering I got 10 or 11 laps of fuel on the car. It's a very good lap. Tires are looking okay. 35%, but they only got about 9 laps left, so they should be okay. Question is, I don't know if I need to pit. It is mandated that you pit in Formula 2. But I don't know if that mandate holds up in the wet. I know it is in the dry, because you have to use 2 compounds of tires you're required to in the dry, and then obviously in the wet, because there's not even inters in Formula 2. So obviously in the rain, all that goes out the window. But got a little loose there because I put the left rear in the grass while I was braking, but she stayed on the track. A little slide from the tires, but we're okay. Probably be at like 50% at the end of this race with some of the tires. All right. When you nail that section right there in the dry, turns 1 through 4, man, it's the best feeling because you get so much speed down the straight. It's unbelievable. And then you take a lot in on the at the start of that entry to turn 5.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Yep. They're worried about grip levels in a few laps. Well, we'll be very close to the end by then. Matsushita, look at his pace, by the way. Holy crap. Our teammate Markelov is catching Louis Delatraz. I don't know if he's going to have enough laps left to do it. It was 2 seconds. It still kind of is 2 seconds, actually. But Matsushita's put, what is that, 9 seconds between him and Delatraz? Big Schumann,
Okay,
safety
watch
car.
your pace. We've been informed that the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple
There is
stopped
an
vehicles on the
accident.
track.
There is a big accident. That's knocked 3 cars out of the race. So safety car deployed. And we've got our second safety car. This is so Schumacher, Mazepin, and Guilherme Samaya have all crashed. They are out with terminal damage. Samaya got a warning at first, and then he retired. Tigton has got a warning for his. Oh, he's got a 5-second time penalty for his collision with Mazepin. What has happened? Is there any way we can go back and see what's happened? What is going on? Snowden, Asani, Armstrong, Daruvalaha. What happened? Something happened here. Ooh. Wow, that's us. That's Joe. Sonoda, Nasani, Armstrong, Galil, Daruvla, Schwartzman. You can see on the right, I believe that is Samaya. This is, I think, Schumacher. Where's the other car? Oh, he's right here. Ooh, that is a big accident. So, 3-car accident. Really 4, because Tictum is involved as well. He's just not out of the session. Wow, what an accident. So here we are again.
We're coming up
behind
to
the safety car.
Do not pass it. You
Now,
are the leader. Follow the safety car.
The question is, how much time do we have left in this race? I don't think it's much. I honestly do not think it's much. Let me look at the race director real quick and go and view the lap times, right? So the safety cars were 2-minute 24s. So if you figure, if every lap is 2 minutes, right? That's 44 minutes. Plus we ran 5 laps under the safety car at an average of about 20 additional seconds. So this is another minute, minute and a half. So right now, that's 45 and a half minutes. So we got about 14 and a half minutes left. We might get the race in. We probably won't, because it's enough for 14 and a half minutes under racing conditions would be enough for the 7 laps. Really.
Heavy rain to stay a while.
But
Doesn't look like it's moving anytime soon.
Under the safety car, it'll probably be will probably be about 27 laps this race. This race is probably going to get cut short. We couldn't pit if we wanted to now. So that's for sure. All right. We've got a little bit of a lag spike.
Approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
Wondering why we are struggling here with the lag. Oh, there you go. All right, so Matsushita's caught us. We're waiting on the rest of the field. The safety car, Codemasters has this wonderful glitch where the game can't finish under the safety car. So if it gets to like lap 27, even if the whole field's not caught up, the safety car just comes in. It says fuck it. So we'll see how many laps we do get under the safety car. We've run 1. We're going to run another one, obviously. This was the site of the accident, I believe. No, it was on the front stretch. No, this was the site of the accident. I was right. So we're going to be good for fuel. Tire wear is probably going to be just great. I mean, really, with one safety car, the tires would have been good to the end, really, without a safety car. But one safety car just puts us in the guaranteed section. It just gives us that guarantee that the tires are going to be fine. And now, too, the tires are going to have grip. Not really going to lose that much grip. Still waiting for the rest of the field. Probably another lap under the safety car. That leaves really like about 8 minutes left. 5 laps to go. So if the safety car comes in at the end of lap 25, we will probably have
going up to the safety car now. Do not
48 or 28 of the 29 laps. But if it doesn't, then it'll be 27. We do have most of the field now, though. Does look like most of the field's caught up. I don't know if there's more or less. I don't know if there's more cars still to come. Ah, there is. There's one going around. It's a Dams. He's just exited Sector 2. We just exited Sector 1, so... Or we're about to exit Sector 1 here. So safety car should be in this lap. Yeah, the rest of the field is has joined us now. So we're just waiting on that Dams of Dan Tictum, who had the wing replacement. That's the only car that's left to join us. So safety cars should be in this lap. It'll leave us with 4 laps to go. Maybe about 9 minutes. You can see there's Tictum going by on the right side of the mini map. He's going to be pretty much, if he doesn't catch the field. If he does catch the field, he'll probably be catching us right at the end of this lap.
Okay,
Safety car is coming in
this lap. We'll be pacing the field in Sector 3.
So
Make sure
Tictum's got to hurry his ass up
until the safety car is in the pit lane.
The safety car has decided to come in this lap anyway. Safety car is in the pit lane. We're back. We're back to green flag racing once again. Matsushita right behind us wants a piece of the booty, but he is not going to get it. Delatraz. This actually really helps our teammate because he is right on the rear end of Delatraz
No
now.
time concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
So Matsushita though, trying to hang close. Still within a second. He's got some pace, man. I don't know what's going on at MP Motorsport, but they fed him something the last 2 races, or the last 2 race weekends, I should say. He was just fucking on something, man. He is still on our ass. He's going to have to slipstream down this straight as well, so he's going to try a gain on us. I can't fully shake him. He's still within a second. I'm just breaking it down here. Not that DRS is enabled. Obviously, in the wet weather, it's not, but still, just he is tenacious. He's gaining on me now down the main straight. 3 to go. I mean, it could be because my tires are definitely not as fresh as his. Like, he has got fresher wets on than I do. That's for sure. But even then, there's the MFD just glitching. He is gaining again. And oh man, I can't get rid of him. He's broke free of Delatraz as well. He's only 1.4 back from us, so we're not putting a hell of a lot of time between us two per lap. We only have 3 laps left. If time allows those laps to be completed, we still don't know if that's the case or not. We kind of did well through Maggots and Beckett's though. He got a much better exit out of church though, or out of chapel, I mean. But there we go. I don't know how we nailed that corner as well as we did because we hard broke in the wet. The moment you do that, you are so prone
our teammate by
to
4.4
sliding.
seconds.
Tires wanted to do a little bit there. They wanted to slide there, but there we go.
These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're
Mate,
predicting
I'm
at
not
least
worried about the
20 minutes
conditions,
of
Jeff.
heavy
There's
rainfall.
2 laps to go. I've just purpled in sector 1. Jeff be like on the last turn, we think the rain. Man, bitch, please. Please. Yeah, that wasn't necessarily my best take of comps there. All race long. And that was not my best exit of Chapel. I am red in sector 2. Matsushita is barreling down. It's 2.8 the gap. And we are around for the final lap of the race. We actually are going to get all 29 in. I'm kind of shocked with 2 safety cars and the wet weather.
This is your final lap of the race.
But we are going to get it in. All right. Have to stay in control of the car here and just bring it home. Down the Wellington straight one last time. Matsushita about 3 2/3 seconds back. He's got some pace on them fresh wets, man. Or fresher wets, I should say. Not necessarily fresh wets. Safety car did him some favors, some help. But not enough. Markelov, as of right now, is going to come home in the points again with a brilliant P4. And Sonoda and Deruvla for Carlin are nowhere to be found, which means we are going to absolutely take a commanding lead in the constructors after this race. That's for sure. I mean, it was, what, 84, 85 points, something like that, 86 maybe, I think. After we slapped them around at Baku. We are going to do the same here in the wet at Silverstone. I just hope we don't need to do the pit stop because of the wet weather conditions. Because we didn't stop all race. And when we finished first on the track, I want my pizza, Jeff.
Great job. You've done everything we wanted today.
Driver of the day, Louis Delatraz. Now, why not? Because he came from outside the points to his first podium
And that
in
brings
Formula
to
2.
an end another great race.
Damn, man, the awning don't even stop you from getting rained on, bro.
Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
Nice. Thank you, Davide. Brilliant stuff, Davide.
This is it. This is where they all
Louis
want
fucking
to be. Here
Delatraz,
come
the
top
Swiss,
three then,
is
out
in
onto the podium
third
after a
place.
Fascinating.
Matsushita gets second. We are going to win our 11th race, or no, yes, our 11th race this season, our 6th feature race, our 11th race overall. That MP Motorsports car, that they're taking a jump in the standings, that's for sure. Question is, how high are they going to go? We didn't need to stop. We're not required to in the wet. So we are going to get classified in first. That's good. Prestige level we're getting there. We're getting to level 2.
After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the driver's table. Duchess increases their championship lead. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Luis Delatraz. He was just perfect in conserving the tires and made the difference at the end.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams Championship. Another team that will be satisfied with this race is Charus, whose good result moves them further up in the championship. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
What a really weird race. Eilert had a mechanical failure to knock him out of the race, and then Schumacher, Mazepin, and Samaya all collided and knocked themselves out of the race. That prompted our second safety car. Drogovic got a flat tire and had to pit. That was basically the reason for the first safety car. He finishes 2 laps down in 18th from 15th. Dan Ticktum drops all the way down to 17th, where he will start in a sprint race after qualifying in 5th for this feature race. Really unfortunate he was involved in the accident with Samaya, Mazepin, and Schumacher. Aiken moves down 4 from 12th to 16th. Piquet moves up 1 to 15th for Charus. Giotto was looking good. He qualified P9, but he finishes outside the points in P14. What's up, Soups? You've missed it, man. We might have fucked up Norris in the my team career. Norris pitted and he came out behind us, and we kind of ran him into a wall when he tried to pass us. Well, what's up, Soups? Lundgaard, by the way, he finishes where he qualified, 13th to the ART. Marina Sato is he finishes 12th despite the 10th place qualification. I missed it. Yeah, it's sucking, Norris. Yeah, that was a crazy race. We actually scored points in Azerbaijan in our F1 team, and my team career one, the one that we're like really bad at, that the car isn't very quick at. We finished P9 in Azerbaijan and scored 2 points. Robert Schwartzman drops out of the points from P6. Deruvla down 3 from 7, but he still picks up a point for Carlin. Sean Galil has picked up points. What's good, man? I just finished homework and exams. I'm free finally. Nice. I'm chilling, man. I'm enjoying a long stream. We still have the sprint race to come as well. But look at this, one of the worst drivers all season. Bottom of the championship table, Sean Galil has scored points, and he is finishing P9. Marcus Armstrong gets into the points. He drops, or he comes up from 11th to 8th. Roy Nassani, the other driver, Trident, have finally done it. Trident was the only team not to score points, and they have finally done it. Roy Nassani, from the very last place on the grid, has finished P7 and scored 6 points. Tsunoda in our Carlin, the championship rival, only finishes 6 for 8 points. Guan Yu Zhou from 14th comes up to 5th to score 10. Our teammate doesn't get the podium he's hungry for, but he does get 4th, and he picks up another 12 points. Louis Delatraz for Charouz picks up P3. That's his first podium of the F2 season. He will get 15. Matsushita 2nd. We finished 1st, and we were literally 2 seconds from the time limit, by the way, or 1.5 seconds from reaching the time limit. 2 safety cars. It was a crazy race, including a 4-car crash, 3 of which retired. Sean Galil's points for Dams, as well as Roy Nassani's for Trident, means that Christian Lundgaard now is at the bottom of the table after 6 feature races. Only 4 drivers left that have not scored points. Gulahimir Samaya is in 21st. Pedro Piquet for Charouz is in 20th. Trident's Marina Sato in 19th. He's the highest ranked driver yet to score points. Then we got Nikita Mazepin in 18th on 2. Sean Galil in the Dams is going to be in 17th. Drogovic for MP Motorsports is down to 16th after Roy Nassani 6 points for Trident has moved him up to 15th from 21st. Lucas Giotto continues to slide down the table. You see him, he's there in P14. Louis Delatraz is 2nd or 3rd place, I should say, is good enough to pick up 15 points for him today and move him up to 13th position. Jack Aitken drops to 12th with 29, just a point behind our teammate who now has leapfrogged into 11th place on 30 points, Artem Markelov, as Guan Yu Zhou remains in 10th on 40. He's 4 back of Mick Schumacher, who had another retirement in the Prima, who is now P9. Robert Schwartzman down to P8 on 47, and he is 6 back from Marcus Armstrong in the ART, who continues to slide down the table. Colin Milot remains in P6, despite the DNF and the blown engine in today's race. He is now 2 points behind Nobuharu Matsushita, who has claimed 5th position with his 2nd podium of the Formula 2 season. Dan Ticktum, with his damaged wing and finishing outside the points, remains in P4, but he's only 3 points ahead of the charging MP Motorsport car, and he is now 16 back to Jihan Daruvla in the Carlin. Yuki Tsunoda is on 101, 19 points ahead of Daruvla, but he is 166 back from us. In the team standings, Trident scored points. They finally have done it and scored points, but it's only 6. They'll remain bottom of the table. High Tech dropped to 10th, 122. Charouz with the podium finish is going to move up to 25 points in 9th place, just 4 behind Campos in 8. We're trying to chase down ART, 24 points ahead of them in 7th. MP Motorsports have 67 points in 6th. They are only a single point behind Dams in 5th, 168. And then there was a large gap, a 23-point gap to Prima in 4th, who have dropped the position to Virtuosi again, who move up to 101 points in 3rd. Carlin are on 183, but they are 114 points back from us now at the BWT HWA race lab. That is the end of the feature race. Let us move on to the sprint race, my man. Soups. So you finished your homework, so you got all tomorrow, bro. You mean to tell me you got all tomorrow clean right now? Nothing on the schedule. Yep. Nice. We're lagging a little bit here. I don't know what's going on. Our internet's kind of been spotty. Clean, both. Nothing. Nice. Yeah, our internet's been really spotty. It's lagging again. Do I reset the internet again? Do I go up and reset the router again? I think I go up and reset the router again. I've had to reset the router twice this stream, because it's just been so bad. But no, there you go. The lag spike seems to have subsided for now. But we're running way over. I know the timer says we're... No, the lag is back, actually. I know the timer says that we are what do you call it, out of time, but we are going to do the sprint race. Having reset the router twice hasn't helped. I'm going to have to go set it a third time now. So tell you what, we're going to run the, I'm going to take the 3-minute break. We're going to run the ads just to get them out of the way for the sprint race, because right now I'm looking at the timer, and the mid-rolls would just slam you right in the middle of the sprint race. So we're going to take the break. I'm going to run the ads to get them out of the way for the sprint race, and then, well, the lag, no, I'll tell you what, the lag's gone. Just like that, the lag is gone. Okay, never mind. We are going to move on with the sprint race. Let's go. And right as I go in, we get the lag.
From yesterday's race to set the grid for the sprint race here today. And the drivers are almost ready on the grid down
So
below.
we're going to start P8 because of the reverse grid. So
in the commentary box for the big race today,
and it's
I'm
dry.
Alex Jakes, and joining me
So
once
practice
again,
in the wet,
it's Davide Valsecchi.
the feature race in the wet, the qualifying in the dry, and the sprint race in the dry. It's been a really weird weekend for racing, we'll say.
Differences for people fresh to the world of F2.
Well, Alex, I think it's an exciting time in Formula 2 right now. For spectators, a lot of excitement comes from all the drivers being in the same car. That puts the emphasis on driver skills, meaning lots of overtakes, which means exciting race for us.
Thank you, Davide. Here's the grid. Oh, we ain't even going to get a grid?
Points finished last
The
race.
fuck, bro?
Let's aim to keep the momentum going.
We ain't even going to get a grid? All right, we ain't even going to get a grid. So this is medium. Oh, man, the mediums just don't last around here. They get nuked around here, by the way. But we're going to go on the strategy, just hards. We ran one tire in the feature race all the way through. That was the wets. And now you can see 35 minutes. We think that we're going to run the hard tire. So, P8. Matsushita ahead of us. Then Delatraz, Markelov, Zhou. Our championship rival, Sonoda, is P3.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning
Nice,
the
man.
gears.
I like that
so
you,
go through them all if you can.
You got all your homework done tonight, man. That's pretty good. So you're in college, right, Soups? Because you said homework and exam, so I'd imagine you had like an online exam, right? Didn't you say you were like 19 or something? So you're in college, aren't you?
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Yeah, much different story from the feature race. I'm trying to see who's starting in the. Yeah, it took 2 hours to do the homework, 1 hour to do the exams. Yeah, I'm in college, right? Nice. Nice, man. That's not too bad. 3 hours on a Saturday and the whole rest of the weekend. It's pretty sick. Let's get the, oh my god, this lag is going to kill me, man. Let's get the tires warmed up. Hard's got to last 21 laps. Nice, man. That shit is easy, man. You got a weekend like that where you only got to do 3 hours. I remember having to do fucking papers. It took me weeks, man. Those were not fun. I hated those days. All right, grid should be forming up weeks out. I just turned 20 all. Oh. What? I just turned 20. Wait, what? You mean you just what? What do you mean? I just turned 20 August weeks. Oof, I don't what? Oh, you mean weeks? Okay. You just turned 20 in August, and you were responding to me saying that it took me weeks. Yeah, because I had a teacher who was like, "You need to go to a library and give me 10 book sources for your paper. No, anything less than it's an automatic fail. And I'm like, bro,
Keep an eye on the lights.
you are not the
Start
only
sequence
class
will
I have,
begin
bro.
as soon as the grid has formed.
You're not the only class. But he ran it like it was the only class. Lights out, and away we go. And we are, oh my God, look at that start. Oh, looking at our outside. Oh, we're 3 wide. We're going through the outside. Now we're going to pass our teammate, and we're going to dive bomb Joe. And that is P4 right away. Sonoda, Nassani, and Marcus Armstrong. Roy Nassani at P2, man. Tell me he's not out of place here. We are trying to go on the outside of, or on the inside of Sonoda. He puts the defensive movers on. I am so wide of the track. I've missed the braking zone. I'm surprised I didn't get a warning for that. I totally did wreck him. Joe's actually got by him.
No issues with tyre wear.
And we got no damage.
Keep taking care of them.
I just turned 20 in August. I said weeks, like, oof. It's like I have multiple classes. I know. I hate it, man. I hate it so much. College wasn't for me. And it took me 4 years of college to realize that it wasn't for me. Sadly. I'm all over the shop here. I can't get Nassani. I'm all over the shop right now. Trying to run down Roy Nassani in the Trident, who has found himself on P2 for the sprint race. We dive inside, and we get the move done. Now it's Marcus Armstrong. And the thing is, woo, real loose. That car, real loose. Oh. Caution. Is there going to be a safety car? I don't know. I don't know what happened. We got bumped by Roy Nassani, and he spun as a result. So, no safety car, not even a virtual. I'm doing what I think 9 years of college. Yeah, I believe. Oof, that's a waste of my 20s, I guess now. I don't know, man. I just didn't. It's not for me, man. I struggled to understand why some courses were like that, where I had to like have 10 book sources and write a 40-page paper, and the paper was 50% of my grade. And then I had other courses. I went to 5 classes the entire semester and got an A-. You know, I got other classes where attendance was 50% of the grade, and other classes where I showed up, I tried my best, and I'm struggling. The teacher had no sympathy for me, and I'm like, I'm not asking for sympathy. That's a bad way to put it, but it would be one of those things where, like, I would show up to class every single day, did all the homework on time. I just bombed 1 test out of 3 in the semester. I ended up with like a C+ in the course. And I'm like, dude, how is this? I just struggle to understand why it was the way it was. I'm wondering if I should reset the router. I'm wondering because
Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap.
DRS is enabled. Armstrong doesn't have it on us. He is outside of a lap. And we have moved. I feel bad because like it looks like I have monster pace compared to these cars, and I do. But the biggest problem is, yeah, I think I'm gonna reset the router. Let me get on the straight here. I'm gonna reset the router. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's gonna take about 2 minutes, so we'll be right back. I'm gonna reset the router. I'm gonna run the ads in the meantime to get them out of the way of sprint race. But for some reason the internet's going to shit, and I need to reset the router. So I'll be right back. Okay. Should be back. We should be back. Give me a minute here just to see how it fares, but this is going to be a much longer video than I would have liked. Oh well, is what it is. Oof, 7 ads. Oh, sorry. Oof. So, yeah, it sucks. It's alright. We get through it. I'll wake up in the morning. Get an ad block. Yeah. Yeah, we should be back. We're back. I use uBlock for Firefox. I believe it's uBlock. I want to say it's uBlock. Can't actually remember. Maybe I'll tell you. Maybe I'll tell you when I'm done. When I'm done the race. But I'm pretty sure I use uBlock. So, and I mean, I also use Firefox. I know a lot of people do Chrome, and that's like the big trendy one. I shouldn't say trendy one because Chrome's all right. Chrome's not terrible. I don't like the RAM usage with Chrome. I don't like how it just clogs so many resources. So for me, I don't usually use Chrome. I like using Firefox for that reason. It's just less demanding on the PC. Not that it isn't demanding, but it just doesn't. It's not as bad as Chrome. So for me, I like Chrome, or I mean, I like Firefox. So, um, especially with the extensions, like I don't put a ton of extensions on, but the moment you put one on Chrome, it's just boom, it takes up even more resources, and it's like, yeah, I'm not a huge fan. So I use Firefox, and I like Firefox. There was a time where I didn't like it when honestly I complained about the same issue, is that I used too many resources. That's when I switched over to Chrome, but that was back in the very early days of Chrome, like the early days of Chrome. Anyway, let's get back racing, by the way. So, that was back in the early days of Chrome. It was when I made the switch from Firefox. But I usually like Firefox, and I use uBlock for Firefox. It's pretty good. Every once in a while, what I like about uBlock is, every once in a while, and I mean it's a while, a Twitch ad will get through, right? But, I mean, you do get the purple screen of death, by the way. You do straight up get the purple. Oh, big lag spike. You do get the purple screen. Like on streamers you're not sub to, you get the purple screen of death. But, okay, now we're back. I was watching ads about gaming mice. Oh, shit, sorry. Well, look, here's the deal. I use uBlock for Firefox, and like I said, every once in a while, a Twitch ad will get through. You do get...
is 6.1
Thanks,
seconds.
Jeff. You do get the purple screen of death, but I use Firefox uBlocks, and every once in a while, an ad will get through. But usually when that happens, they release an update, and then it just stops again. But so you can you have two options as a streamer, right? And I don't know if many people know this, right? But you can put your ads on a schedule, or you can not put your ads on a schedule at all. So if you don't put your ads on the schedule at all, Twitch will drop mid-rolls whenever it wants to drop mid-rolls. Usually once to twice an hour. Sometimes they'll do like 2 30-second ads for a minute, and that's good enough for like 20 minutes for you. Or they'll do 1 30-second ad, and you have to sit through that, and then you get another one 12 minutes later. Like, if you put your ads on a schedule, right? First off, they ask you what default time, like what default amount of ads you want to run. And it's in 30-second increments up to a maximum of 3 minutes. I put mine at 3 minutes. And what it does is, if you have it, for example, at 3 minutes, and you run the 3-minute ads, it pushes all the ads back an hour. So you don't have to run ads for an entire another hour, and Twitch will not insert mid-rolls for an hour. If you do, say, 2 minutes, then it's 40, you won't get ads for 40 minutes, right? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
You also can disable pre-rolls for the opening amount of your stream. So for example, by having ad scheduled, I can tell Twitch that no ads are to run for the opening half hour of a stream. So from the moment I click go live till 30 minutes into the broadcast, no ads run. And then on top of that, I can run them at any time. There's a button that says just run 3-minute ads, so I don't have to wait till the hour's up to run it. I can just run it, and then it adds an hour on. So if I have like for example, this race is 21 laps, right? And I know this race is going to take 30 minutes, and then I have a timer that tells me the ad started in 20 minutes. Well, if I run the ads, it becomes an hour 20 minutes, and I know I can just squeeze the entire sprint race in ad-free. So it kind of gives you a lot more control. And I know a lot of other streamers don't use them because they don't like to run ads because, well, you lose viewership, they lose sub opportunities, etc., 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 etc. And I understand that, but I also understand that ads aren't going anywhere, mate. Like Twitch wants to make money, so and they want to make more money than they already egregiously make. So ads are here to stay. Like, but so if I can't get rid of them, but I can be in control of when and where they go on stream, I think it's a lot better. So, you also, by the way, the only other feature you do get, if you do decide to schedule your...
behind by a few seconds per lap.
Ooh, Pedro PK's out. He's just had a mechanical DNF. Mechanical? Did he blow an engine? Yes, he blew an engine. Although Aiken got a warning for collision with him, probably when he blew the engine. But yeah, the only other big feature is that you can snooze the ads 3 times for 5 minutes each time. So if I know I'm coming to the end of the stream, but I have say 10 minutes left, and the ads are going to run in 3 minutes, I can snooze them twice, and then just run to the end of the stream and end the stream. So it's nice that they give you options to control it, is my point, because they're not going to go anywhere. So you might as well be more tactful about how you run them, or how they appear on your stream. That's at least my mindset. Because then it also allows me to take breaks. Like when I swap from the...
Yellow flag.
Oh, this is going to be PK up here. He's off to the
Be
side.
aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Oh, they already cleared his car, so the yellow flag is gone. That's nice. Yeah, like if I know, for example, at the end of say one race, or the end of a qualifying session, and I'm about to go into the race, and the race is an hour and a half long, but I have 50 minutes until the ads run because I just ran them. I'll just run a second batch, and then boom, you get the whole race ad free. So, that's all. Ah, slide. We put in a 44.1. That's a pretty quick lap, I do have to say. I can't remember what the dry laps were though. That's my only problem. Now this is on the hard, so like the qualifying that we had was dry, and not only was that the case, but we all qualified obviously on the mediums, right? The faster compound tire. And I think, who was it that was alongside me? I can't remember who got pole actually. But, whoever it was, I think they did a 144, that's their best lap, like a 144.2, maybe a 144.1. And that's exactly where we're at, but we're at on the hards. They did that pace on the mediums. We're already 7 laps down here, and a third of the way through the sprint race. We are 14 seconds out of Armstrong. What I was going to say before I had the lag problems is, this race is going to be a little bit deceiving, I think, because it's going to look like we have blitzing pace. And we do, right, compared to Armstrong and Joe and Markelov and Delatraz. But Armstrong and Joe and Markelov and Delatraz are not drivers who are usually this far up the field. You know, obviously the quickest drivers so far this season have been Schwartzman, Schumacher, Daruvla, Sonoda. They're not anywhere near the top 5. So we got already slower cars that are in the top 5. I mean, Roy Nassani started P2 for crying out loud, and he hadn't scored a point all season long. And he didn't look like he was in 21st in the championship. He didn't look like he was going to score points all season long. So I think that skewered kind of the way this race is going to go, at least in terms of our pace, because we're not racing our normal championship rivals or the normal quick cars up at the front. Like Carlin have a good car, but it's not in the top 5. And Una Virtuosi have a good car. Okay, yes, that is in the top 5. But Dams don't have that car in the top 5.
We're leading our teammate by 21.0 seconds.
Markelov is in P4. He could, by the end of the race, lose that position out, by the way, to Delatraz, because Delatraz is going to have DRS on him right now. Markelov is just outside, really, DRS range, so he has to be careful of Delatraz. Flying here on lap 9 of the sprint race. We had so many delays. We've reset the router 3 times. That's always a delay. We had a really sloppy race in Azerbaijan, which means that race, which I thought was going to take an hour 45, took 2.5 hours. We got points. In that one. 2 points for Moose Angels F1 team. And that one will be back at Canada. Canada's next on that one, by the way. So this is Silverstone Round 6 of the Formula 2 World Championship for our driver career. We just finished Round 5 of Moose Angels F1 team. We'll have Round 6 next. That'll probably be tomorrow. Or at least we will probably start that tomorrow. Now, Round 6 for them is in Canada. Round 7 is in Spielberg in Austria. That's where the my team, the Moose Angels career mode. That is where we're at with. I think the order. Oh no, I'm sorry. Round 6 is Canada. Round 7 is France. It's Paul Ricard. This one, Round 6, is Silverstone, which is what we're racing right now. Round 7, I believe, is Spa? I want to say Spa. It could also be Hungary. Oh, there we go. We're at the 143s now.
Race. Keep this up.
Fuel looks good. Down and 11 to go here. I actually want to say it's Hungary now. I think it'll go Hungary, Spa, Monza for F2. Well, if it's Hungary, Spa, and Monza, that leaves 3 tracks left that we have to race at. And I know that track 12 is UAE. So, no idea what 10 and 11 are. I can't remember. I honestly cannot remember. It's not Australia. They don't race in Australia. I'm trying to jolt my memory here. Because I have an online league that's using the F2 calendar coming up in November. I'm trying to remember what it is. I can't. is Singapore? I don't think Singapore's one. I really don't. They definitely race at Spa and Monza. And they definitely race... I'm pretty sure they race in Hungary. Maybe they race at Suzuka. Maybe Suzuka's one. Maybe it's like Circuit of the Americas and then Suzuka. Yeah, that might be it. Or it might be in reverse order. It might be Suzuka first. I think it's Suzuka first and then Circuit of the Americas. All right. Purple again through Sector 1. Absolutely crushing it. We actually missed the development boost as well in practice because it rained so hard. It did nothing but rain all the way through the practice, and they were like, yes, activate your DRS. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to do that, mate? You can't. DRS is disabled when it's wet. Nice game, Gold Bastards. Nice game. Purple through Sector 2. That's our first track run this morning. I'll take it. One morning in 11, almost 12 laps. We don't go purple, but we do go green, and it's a 1:43.0, and that's the fastest lap of the race now. I'd love to break into 1:42s on hard. That'd be amazing. It could happen. As we continue to burn fuel off the car, it will get lighter. Ah! A nice, easy, almost Sunday drive for the sprint race after the absolute madness that was the feature race. And I mean madness. Drugovich blew a tire. He limped, and I mean limped the car back to the pits. So much so that we wound up lapping him twice before we fully got it back into the pits. He went so slow it prompted the safety car. Under that safety car, only half the field pitted. Then when we went back to green flag racing, the other half of the pit pitted under green flag conditions, which made no sense. It jumbled up the whole order. And then there was a 3-car accident, a 4-car accident that knocked 3 cars out of the race. And that prompted a second safety car. And between all that, right on the restart of the first, after the first safety car, Kalamaylat blew his engine. So it was an eventful race. There is that 142 we wanted.
Lap of the race.
We just cracked into the 142s. And then in the Moose Angels F1 team, the Azerbaijan race, we pitted very late. We went to lap 12 or 13 on the softs. It meant that Norris and Ricciardo had to come behind us. Russell rear-ended us, by the way. Russell rear-ended us after the first safety car around Baku. Or I'm sorry, no, Russell tried to pass us.
Okay, you're creating
He
some
rear-ended
breathing space
us.
between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap.
He lost his wheel. It prompted a safety car. So Russell was out. Then we had 2 or 3 more retirements because of mechanical failures throughout the race. Some drivers pitted under safety cars, some didn't. I did not. Safety car was like lap 5 or 6. And then we came out ahead of Ricciardo and Norris. Ricciardo had to pit for his wing because he lost his wing. Norris tried to pass us. He smacked the wall. He lost his wing. He pits for the new wing. We pit for new tires. We went from soft to medium. When we come out, Norris is still behind us, tries to pass us again, smacks his wing off again, has to pit again, is running in P21, and then his engine blows. So Norris lost 2 wings, and his engine blew. And all of that didn't prompt another safety car, mind you. And then we were chasing down Raikkonen when the safety car happened. When the second safety car happened, because we had a second safety car in Azerbaijan. And we dive bomb him on the restart. Or no, I'm sorry, second safety car didn't happen. What had to happen is, or what did happen is, we came in, we pitted, and they had to pit again. So we pitted, went back onto softs. Or no, there had to have been second safety car, yeah, because we went, instead of soft, medium, soft, we went to soft, medium, medium, because there was a second safety car. That's right, around 35 laps into the race. And softs at that rate were not going to last the whole race. But our softs were already really worn, so we had to go in and we had to go onto a second set of mediums. So went on for the mediums, and some drivers didn't go under that second safety car into the pits, and the drivers that didn't had to pit again. And when that happened, we came out ahead of Raikkonen. And then drivers up front had to pit again for softs. They did. Like Stroll and I believe Ocon. And we got up to P10 through the pit stops. And then we passed Vettel on the last lap to go up to P9. We finished P9. On the performance index in the Moose Angels F1 team, we're behind Williams by a fraction. We're ahead of Haas. We're significantly behind Alfa Romeo. And we're way behind Aston Martin and Alpine. We're miles off of McLaren. Might not even catch McLaren this season. And yet we finished ahead of McLaren, ahead of Alpine. We overtook an Aston Martin on track on the last lap. And finished ahead of both of them. Finished ahead of both Alfa Romeos.
By a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
Yeah, so it was a crazy race in Azerbaijan. It wasn't clean. I smacked a lot of cars around. But at the end of the day, it was worth 2 points. First points this season for Los Angeles F1 team. Here we go for 5 to go now. 5 to go.
Good job. That was
There's
the
a
fastest lap of the race
42.8
so
now.
far.
I don't even know what that turn was, Nate. I can't even tell you. But oh, I gotta check that. Hold on. Nope, that's not the website I wanted. That's the website I wanted. Hold on. Good Lord. Oh no, we're good. Okay, cool. All right. Nicely done. I don't think we're going to get a fastest lap this time. We're on the green through sector 1. But this will put us pretty far ahead at the halfway mark of the season. This is the halfway race of the F2 season, mind you. with, I believe, Hungary next. So, purple through sector 2, though. Let's see what we can do coming down this last sector. 42.8's our best lap. I don't even want to think what our guy behind is.
Armstrong behind. Our gap behind is 41.5 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 16 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 45.6.
Almost 3 seconds quicker. That's a 42.3. That's really quick. And an F2 car, that is blindingly quick. On an F2 car on hard tires, mind you. I've spun the car. And Gulamahir Samaya is about to be out of the session. So I spun the car. So let's give it a good old rewind. I hit the sausage curve and spun the car. Look at all the cars on the right side of the mini-map. Gulamahir Samaya is out of the session. Mechanical failure, or did he have an accident? I guess because there's no... He's had a mechanical failure. So... Right now it's just a localized yellow flag. We'll see if it prompts a full safety car. I hope not. We're only 3 laps from the end. Well, 4. We're 4 laps from the end.
Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car
Where did he
behind by a few
DNF
seconds
at?
per lap.
That's the question. He might still get classified, actually. I don't think so, though. I'm wondering what 95% of the race is, so... I think he's literally... I think he was a lap away from being classified. If you do 95% of the race distance and then you DNF, you still get classified as finishing. Now we are coming up for the first time ever in F2. We're coming up on lap traffic.
No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Did anybody pit? 2 people pitted. Sonoda and Aiken for a front wing. So Sonoda had to pit in a sprint race. He is going to be furious. Darublaha has an opportunity, and I think these 2 cars ahead of me right now. I think that's what's going on here. I think they've had to pit for the front wing. So Sonoda's not getting points. He's not going to get points. Aiken's having a nightmare of a championship. This is like the 3rd or 4th race that he's actually like had wing damage or something has fucked him up. Like, it's a shame. He's been so unlucky so far in our F2 season. Marcus Armstrong, though, I'll tell you what, he's put 5 seconds between him and Guan Yu Zhou, and after really struggling in the last 3 race weekends, he could finally be back on another Formula 2 podium. He slipped all the way down the table. He was 2nd place after like the first 2 rounds of the season. And now here he is. He slipped all the way down to 7th. And that is Roy Nassani, who, if you remember, he smacked us on lap 2. And he lost his wing. Or not lost his wing, but he spun. And now... this is probably Jack Aiken in front of me. 2 laps to go. A very, I mean, it's like a tale of two cities, man. Like, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the craziest of races in the feature race. Just absolute nuts in the feature race. And then it was just an absolute, completely uneventful drive in the sprint race. I mean, Roy Nastani bumping us and then spinning out, going into Luffield is like
the gap to the car behind by a few
the most exciting
Keep this up.
thing that's happened to us this race. It's just been really a very straightforward win. I mean, we're 49 seconds out of Armstrong. We haven't had that pace anywhere all season. But here at Silverstone, we're just absolutely tearing up this track in the dry. There is Aitken. In fact, he will finish a lap down as well. Come on, Jack. I know you see the blue flags. There you go, Jack. That's a 42-1 as well in the penultimate lap of the race. So almost in the 141s on the hards. And not just that, on worn hards as well. I mean, look at how worn those tires are. And we're doing a 142.1 on them. Markelov, Matsushita is coming for him. He's only half a second back, but he could finish another P4. Markelov could bring big points home here for us. He's got to get it over the line ahead of Matsushita, who is blitzing towards the front. He's had unbelievable pace. You saw that he was trying to keep up with us in the wet at the very end there, that he was really pushing us. He would have started P7, and now he's up to P5. 1 DNF and 1 on-track overtake. And there it is, the final sector. And checkered flag is out for the sprint race. We've won the sprint race in dominant fashion.
Jeff, I want a pizza, Jeff.
Give me that fucking pizza, Jeff.
That's the 12th consecutive race win. What a result. This record is going to be difficult for anyone else to beat.
Yes. Driver of the day as well. And that is a commanding lead in the championship now as we try to get up to Formula One.
Well then, that concludes another excellent race.
Woohoo!
Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
Thank you for your input, Davide. Always riveting to hear
and as
why.
the adrenaline dies down after
So
another
Armstrong
eventful
finishes
race, here
second.
come our top three
Guan Yu
out
Zhou
onto the podium.
on third. It's actually a kind of nice trophy. I like that. But Armstrong will be happy. He's got P2. He's back on the podium finally. Armstrong is back on the podium finally. Guan Yu Zhou picks up good points as well. Really good points for the team as well this weekend. 2 first and 2 fourth place finishes for BWT HWA Race Lab. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better result. Let's look at the standings.
And now let's take a look at the driver's stand. Duchess increases their championship lead. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy to cut through the field like that in Formula 2, so it was a great effort.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams Championship. Another team that will be satisfied with this race is Charus, whose good result moves them further up in the championship. Well, what a weekend that has been.
All
Please
right.
join us next time for another thrilling installment when Formula 2 returns.
PK DNFs, some Maya DNFs as well. Roy Nissany and Jack Aiken both finish a lap down. Yuki Tsunoda's down in 18th after a third-place start. Lucas Giotto continues to tumble this week, and he's down to 17th after a 14th-place start after he qualified, what, P7, I want to say, in the feature race, so he continues to fall down the table. Nikita Mazepin up to 16th, Callum Ilott up to 15th, Felipe Drugovich up to 14th, Mick Schumacher cuts through the field pretty well. He increases 8 positions in 13th. It's not enough for points, though. Tickton finishes 12th. Lundgaard is in 11th. Marina Sato for Trident gets close to his first points this season, but he doesn't get it. He's going to finish in P10. Robert Schwartzman on the outside looking in P9. Gian de Rouvlan for Carlin picks up their only point of the race. That is in 8th. Sean Galil for the Dams is going to pick up 2 more points. Can you believe it? Sean Galil was bottom of the table, and he's picked up 2 additional points after he picked up how much in the feature race? He picked up 2 in the feature race as well. Louis Delatraz is going to pick up 4 for his P6. Nobuharu Matsushita climbs 2 to finish 5th. Artem Markelov climbs up to 4th to finish in after starting 5th to get 8 more points. Guan Yu Zhou gets 3rd. Marcus Armstrong is going to lose the lead to us, but he does finish on the podium. It's his 3rd of the season, and that's 2nd place. So over the course of the weekend, we picked up all 48 points. Matsushita got 24. Markelov actually was the 3rd best driver of the weekend with 20, and then Guan Yu Zhou with 20 as well. Louis Delatraz with 19 is the 5th best. Armstrong gets 16, Tsunoda 8, Nissany 6, Galil 9, de Rouvlan 2. Nobody else scores points this weekend. What's it do for the standings? It means that Lundgaard is still down in 22nd, Samaya 21st, PK 20th, and Sato 19th. Those are the only drivers yet to score points. In the 18th is still Mazepin on 2, but Galil is going to get 4 points in total, so he's tied with Felipe Drugovich in the MP Motorsports car in 16th. Roy Nissany remains in 15th with his 6 points, but he's going to be under threat by the MP Motorsports. Felipe Drugovich, I mean, he's had quite a few DNFs, Drugovich, but if he can stay in the race, he's going to be a good shout to pass Nissany. Then it's 14 from Nissany up to Lucas Giotto, who has tumbled down the order. He's in 14th now. Jack Aiken's down another position into 13th. Louis Delatraz with his points here. He's going to tie Jack on points in 29. He's up to 12th on countback. And Markelov is going to be in P11. He's up to P11 now. Mick Schumacher is down to P10. Robert Schwartzman P9. And that's the 2 Uni Virtuosi, starting with Guan Yu Zhou, who's climbed up to 8th. And then there is Callum Ilott in 7th. Marcus Armstrong is going to slide down the table after this weekend, but only down to 6th. Dan Ticktum is only a point ahead of him in 5th, and then it's only another 3 up to Nobuharu Matsushita, who's climbed up to 4th, and is now looking to have a go at maybe one of the 2 Carlins. Gian de Rouvlan has got 83. He's still behind Yuki Tsunoda by 18, who is now 183 points off the top of the table from us. Team standings, Trident scored points, their first of the season this weekend, but not any here in the sprint race. They got 6. High-Tech are on 22 and 10th. Campos is now tied with Charouz on points with 29, but Charouz goes ahead on countback. ART are on 65 points. They are in 7th, 5 back from Dams, who have dropped to 6th position after Nobuharu Matsushita's weekend puts MP Motorsports 3 ahead of them in 5th. Prima are in 4th with 91. They're 20 back from Uni Virtuosi now on 111, who are 73 back to Carlin now, who are in 2nd place, and 138, I should say, back from us. That is the results for weekend number 6 in the Formula 2 calendar. What is the next race? I believe it's Hungary. It is Hungary. Budapest is next. Round 7 of the Formula 2 World Championship. The second half of the season starts in Budapest, and we're going to have that later on in the week. But that is going to be it from me tonight. It's already 11:15. I can't believe it. Thank you so much, everybody that stopped by the way. Soups, the amazing Soups, huge thank you for him for stopping by. Big thank you as well to Chappie Lux, who was here earlier as well. Super excited about his basketball team, who was 4-0, mind you, in the league. Nicely done. Big thanks to everybody that stopped by and lurked. Sorry for all the technical issues. The internet was really spotty tonight, and I don't know why. But early thing to note, by the way, about the sprint race, mixed conditions for the sprint race. It's going to be rain. It's dry all the way through, and then a little bit of rain in the sprint race as well. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. I am out of here, and I am going to stream tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow. Big thank you, by the way, to everybody that showed up as well. Big thank you to the follow, by the way. Stefan C. Big thanks to Stefan C. for showing up and for the follow. It was super appreciated. As always, and yeah, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic night. I'm looking to see if we should raid anybody, but I don't think anybody. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. We're gonna raid, but we're probably gonna wind up starting a rerun shortly after. So go say hi to Shumi. A lot of love to Shumi. And thank you all for watching. We will see you, hopefully, tomorrow.